Hey, hello guys. Welcome to another video of Exploit Pack. As you may know, I'm the Juan Saco, the creator of Exploit Pack, and we are doing a series of tutorials. So you will learn the basics about uh, penetration testing and red teaming, so you can use even better Exploit Pack. On this one, what we're gonna show is a typical DLL injection processes. This is just the basic type of. Um, Later in some other videos, we're gonna also show some other different type of DLL injections that you can use. But this is just the basic one, so you can follow. Alright, for this example, I'm gonna use a real program. Well, of course, you need to first find the DLL that you can inject into. As you may know, when you run a process, basically the process itself is gonna load dynamic libraries, DLLs, and then it's gonna load those libraries by references into the process memory, the memory space of the binary itself. What you wanted to do when you try to hijack a DLL is by hijacking the load library and then force the process. In this case, we're gonna do this one. We're gonna try to see if this process, well, of course I already know, that's why I'm using it to record it, but let's actually remove this one because that's the one we're gonna use. So for that, we're gonna use Procmon. You can also use Procmon X, but I guess you guys are more familiar with Procmon from sysinternals. Alright, so what you need here is the process name. On this case, I already know the process name. So when you open Procmon, you need to set up a filter. You can do Ctrl-L to set it up while it's already running, or you can set it up from advanced. In this case, that's what I'm doing. I already set up the name of the process. In this case, is this client service.exe. Then press OK. And again, if you press Ctrl-L, then you will find it here. So let's go ahead and add it in that way, so you can see it for yourself. Alright, so let's run the process like that. Now the process, it is running. Ctrl-L, and then from here you need to select the process name. So it's gonna be process name, and you can select the condition is, and then if you press the letter, then you can say okay, this one, and then add, and then click OK, and then you will filter for that one. Something else we can do is to also filter for name not found, and something we can do is to also filter on the path is or say contains .dll add. Okay, and then we only have the ones that are trying to be loaded but are not found, right? So if you double click on one, this we're gonna use this one, debug help, then you can see what it's trying to do with that. Well, of course you know already the result, that is not found, name not found, who is loading it and how is it loading it, and also from the stack itself. Alright, so it's trying to load this library, but it's not there, so you know what it's trying to do. So it's trying to actually load it and put it in the process. So what we need to do is to actually go to Visual Studio, create a new project, select the DLL. It's gonna be a C++ project, and then you can use my code or your code, but doesn't matter. I'm gonna replace cmd for calc.exe. So basically what it means is that we have here our main function for DLL main. So basically the DLL main is gonna receive these arguments, and then based on the URL reason for call, this one, yeah, it's gonna switch between the cases, right? When this library is load using load library function, it's gonna supply all these arguments, of course, and then what's gonna happen is that the reason for call is gonna be the process is trying to attach this DLL inside the binary itself, right? So from there, if we reach this case, then we can choose run whatever we want here, and then what we're gonna do is to run as winexec and then supply cal.exe, and it's gonna be shown normally. So basically on the screen, you can change that, of course. Then what I'm doing here as well, to show you some examples of things that you can do, you can, once it's attached here, or you can also call, I don't know, this function readmem, and then try to read the memory from the main process. If you can supply the base address of the process, you need to find it, and then you can just start reading memory from it. This is just to display a message box. Basically, it's converting a string, so you can show it in the message box in the correct way. So like that. So if you want to show, let's actually show us. So we can say, and we can just put it here as well, and replace this for the type of that is looking for. Or we can say injected during the tutorial. Oops. That's it. All right. Then something else we can do is to also expose functions from that DLL. How do we know? Because why is the process itself loading these DLLs? Because it's trying to use functions inside those DLLs. You're trying to use it per se. So, but which ones is it calling? Because is it gonna call main, or can you call this directly? In some cases, you need to expose the functions, so the binary will find it and try to execute it. And while execution, you can also get a code injection from it. So in order to find that out, you need to disassemble the program. So we put it here. This can be done also as well with Ghidra or any other debugger. Okay, it's taking some time. Just wait. All right, it's 32 bits. Sorry. Alrighty, we have it there. Open it with IDA. Well, it's linked with some debug symbols, but we don't have those. So we say no, we don't want those because we actually don't have them. Well, IDA is doing IDA things. Once it's done, then you can choose go into the imports, and then you can see that this binary is gonna load kernel 32 DNS API, for instance. This one is, and calling this DLL is gonna use these two functions, DNS free and DNS query. So if you go into it, then you can actually get it, and then same from the other one. Something you can do if you want to do a proper hijack, what you need to do is, well, something you can do is to get the actual DLL. I don't remember if I already did it. So that we can get it, doesn't matter. So let's say DNS API, DLL, download. You have to choose from anywhere, it doesn't matter. We're not gonna execute it or anything, we just want the code from it. Alright, now we have it here. Just wait for it. There you go. Alright, we can put it here inside IDA as well. So in case we want to inject DNS API, oh sorry, that's something we can get because this one is from Microsoft, so I shouldn't have clicked away that message box. But something we can do is to say, okay, yeah, this is pretty much okay, but this is pretty cool from IDA. IDA say, hey, this is also referenced by the symbols from Microsoft. Should I go ahead and download these symbols for you directly from the Microsoft symbol servers? You say, yes, please. And then you will have it better for you and easier to read, and with all symbols there. So we say that this DLL was asking for DNS free and DNS query W, so we can go here and say DNS, just 1 second, DNS free, okay. Then we go here and this is what it's gonna call. We press F5 in IDA and then we can get the C code. Same for DNS query. Is it like that? DNS query W, this one. So let's say we want to get this guy, and then we say put it like this, and then we can expose what it's gonna do from here. So we say it's DNS status, and then well, we need to supply it. That's why I had it here. And then we need to return this. Okay, and then in order to get this guy, the query shim, then we need to import. Well, if we follow here, we need to maybe get this guy as well. So we can say like that. Yeah, you get what I meant. Or you can choose make it way easier and then choose import the real DNS API and send, instead of just copying and adding everything to it and make it a huge DLL in it. You can choose import the other guy and then choose send the request to the real DLL, just loading it into it. Maybe change the name of the function or something, so you can have a properly hijack. So what you're gonna do is supply the actual return of a DNS query for the program itself, because it's gonna find the DNS API, then it's gonna say, okay, but I want to use the function from DNS API if it's there. Then what's gonna happen, what you can do if you want to do an actual hijack is to actually load the functions, the functions that you need from DNS API of, in this case, DNS query W, and then return the values, or you can choose return the values by how you want it. In this case, I think it's a query to a DNS to, so basically it's gonna check if it has internet or something. So you can choose, say, return int, and then choose return, I don't know, the DNS value of it, and then choose fake it, or you can choose, as I mentioned, you can choose make it a real. So basically what I meant is that you can choose, call it from here. Going back to the beginning, you can choose export the functions that you need. You know how to find those. Well, let me show you in Ghidra, sorry, as well. So close this guy, and then let's put it inside Ghidra. No, it's not like that. With Ghidra, you need to open it. Then once we finish, I'm gonna compile the code and show you how it works. But I guess you understand how this works, right? So basically we're gonna inject the code into the program through a DLL, and this typically is used to do privilege escalations and that kind of vulnerabilities. So we put it here. All right. Okay, so Ghidra is doing some background work. It's almost there. I really like Ghidra, it's quite cool, but I still prefer IDA. Alrighty, so double click to open it with the static analyzer, that is this guy from the tool chest. The code browser. Do you want to analyze it now? Yes, let's just do it. And then from the imports, this is, well, it's still analyzing, but I already know from the imports. We're still working on those, but we already know, like WS232, that is this is for opening handling sockets. There is the DNS API is gonna use all these functions. I don't remember if did we check it. No, it's, so the one, that one is not, these are the ones that are missing, so maybe by references. But okay, DNS API, and we get it here, right? Okay. External program name, yeah, so we can create an association and then choose external program, and then we need to add the DNS API to it. We need to go to downloads and put this guy here. We cannot add it. Yeah, we needed to have it added before, I think. Okay, but you get the drill, right? So that's how it's done. So then from here you can also look at the content of the DNS API, just like we did inside IDA, by reference, and then take these two functions. Well, I'm still working on it, so that might be the case. And then by looking at these two, and then you can replace it and hijack it. So let's close it. Yes, stop. All right. Yeah, at one point we're gonna do a full tutorial on Ghidra as well. All right. So we have it here. We are just exposing these guys. We are gonna actually use this because it's from debug help.dll. We are exposing this. It's not needed, so we can comment it away. We're not gonna use this or this, so we can comment it out. This one we are exposing those because are the ones that are being called by debug help.dll, but still they are not being they are exposed, but we are not using them. We can choose work this out with the process attach, and then we will get it from there. So we can just say build this guy. So what does it say? Error accessing program database. What the hell? Let's run this. Clean solution. Build. Oh, this doesn't like it. Constant char is undefined. Oh, alright. Build. Now should do. Yes. Sorry, I don't see my screen properly because I have the camera in front of it. Alright. So now we can go here. Users and then source, repos, DLL, release. Yeah, remember to have it on release, and then not debug. Then copy this guy and we can put it in the game cell, and then we need to call it debug help.dll, and then if we run it and if it's working properly, it should spawn. When we run this guy, it should spawn debug help.dll. See? Yeah. See? Inject and do it tutorial. And then the process keeps running. So this is actually this game. If we run it, see, it's injecting this into the process, and then it's gonna run the game in the background. Now it should be loading the game. Yeah, it's taking some time, and there you go. All right, and then we have well, the message box. I already clicked it away. Then we have the program running with the game itself. All right. So I think that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed this video and that you will find it intriguing, and you get yourself into doing some more cool stuff for your pentest and your red team scenarios, attacks, operations. Alright, if you have any questions, please leave it at the comment below, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. Okay, bye guys, see you in the next video.